Hi and welcome to All Fired Up. Today what we're going to be doing is making a pair of reverse stakes. So I've got a bigger one here. So what we're going to do is turn this piece of truck spring into two stakes. So I've drawn out one here and one here. And we might turn the two top pieces into two as well. But we'll see how good the cutting is. So my first step is going to be simply to cut this in half and then to angle grind those two pieces out. I'm halfway through on the top one, just taking the angle grinder slowly, going around a curve. So my tip is, go slowly using a old worn disc. Smaller the disc, the easier it is to get around those sharp curves. And just take your time. Alright, so I've cut out the pieces. So we've got this cut out. So the next thing to do is do a cut down the centre. So interesting to note that if you've got like a little brim like this, that's okay because we're going to shape it up on the linisher next. When you're cutting around circles, oh, it's a bit hot out now, too hot. Just gonna go put this in water. So as I was saying, when you cut circles, you'll end up with a high point and a low point. So when you're about halfway, swap over and cut the back, and that will give you that double wedge. Like on this one, there versus there, and that will help with the fluting. Alright, so the next step is to cut this and give it a linish. So we've got the pieces cut out, we've got them roughly shaped. So the next thing is to weld these to a shaft. So I've got the shafts ready. So they'll go there like that. So how we're going to do it is we're going to heat the spring steel up to red hot, and we're going to bring it over to the TIG welder, and we're going to sizzle it together. What I've done is I've just welded them and heat treated them all in the same heat. So I'm just wiping them down. Not quite done. So now this is when I'll go around all the edges and make them all perfect. I'll grind off the welds and flatten those up at the same time. So, again, I heated them up to red hot, welded them, then I heated them up to red hot again and plunged them in oil. That gives you this black finish, but if I was to use this right now in the state, it would just crack like glass because the steel is so hard. It will just shatter. So what we want to do is sand it, and then we're going to heat it up to a nice blue, and that will bring it to a nice usable work hardness. Alright, so we've given them a grind, and then I gave them a temper. So we've got that nice blue colour. Turned out quite well. And we've got this one as well. So that was out of there. So that just gave me two. The top half of this piece didn't really work out, so no biggie, but I have this one for doing wrist plates. So this stake here is really good for coming in like that, and then that will put a hard ridge. That will put a hard ridge on this part of the gauntlet, which would be impossible with a stake like that. Not impossible, but very hard. So, yeah. The moral of the story is with stakes, is they are not hard to make. There is no excuse for not having them. If you don't have the right shape, make them. The steel comes from a scrapyard. Any mechanic really who works on cars will have car springs, truck springs, not hard to get. And then the shafts, just whatever you've got laying around. So, no excuses for not having the right stakes. Just make them. One tool a week is all it takes. Okay. So that's how all three of them turned out. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye.